Is all of that necessary?
It's really good.
Yes, but why do you need to slurp it like that?
So that the people will know how delicious it is. It's Barbie, peaches, and cream. Do you want to try some?
I'm good.
Hi, homies. I'm Imani of Imani at Home, and this is Derel, my best friend, not my boyfriend.
Hi.
He is my homosexual life partner.
Honey, stop lying to the people. It's okay. It's okay. Give me this. Give me a look.
The thought of your lips on my lips is actually disgusting to me. Everybody knows about my success with creating Imani at Home, how I launched my own wallpaper collection with Auto Studio, how my work has been featured in Washington Post, the New York Times.
Really? Wow.
What I often do not share, or at least I try to share, and I don't think I say it enough, so much of what I've been able to build with Imani at Home would not have been possible if it had not been for you.
Aw.
The first big project that really took off was my dining room project. We did that project together very shortly after becoming friends.
That was a lot.
It was a big ask of me to ask of you, given that we had just met. Now we're together forever and we're in love.
They just never lined up right.
They didn't. And at my apartment therapy home tour, you can see the little gaps. We are going to be reacting to my Never Too Small apartment tour.
Let's do it.
So Never Too Small is this really amazing YouTube channel. They showcase the works of homeowners, architects, designers, and now renters.
We could Google it.
I know, but it's going to come up in post.
Oh, okay. Cool.
In June of 2022, they emailed me and they were like, hey, we are launching this new feature about renters and we would love to showcase your space. I was flabbergasted because most of the episodes are in Europe or Australia. They don't really shoot that much in the US, and I want to say that I was the second renter they ever featured. That's an opportunity for you to clap for me.
Oh, sorry.
But we didn't actually shoot until late August, and then the episode didn't come out until February 2023.
It's a long time to keep secret.
It's more than 300,000.
Seriously? You can't afford YouTube Premium? We are professionals.
I'm not paying for YouTube Premium. I moved into this apartment in 2019. I rented it for $1,300. It was rent controlled, all utilities included. I did a lot in this apartment. It was crazy.
You really did spend a lot of money on that apartment.
About $25,000 over the course of 4 years. I've DIY'd every inch of this apartment. My landlord understands that this is a place that I live in and I pay my rent every month, so why shouldn't I make it a space that I love? The vibe of my apartment is sort of a warm or neutral maximalism. There's a lot of stuff and a lot of textures and a lot of patterns. I'm Imani of Imani at Home, a home and lifestyle content creator. I've lived in my apartment for 3 years. It's a studio apartment and I really love it. My apartment is in the northwest section of DC. I'm in a neighborhood called Glover Park. Glover Park is the best neighborhood in DC, and I will actually stand on that.
Also, none of this B-roll was taken in Glover Park. It's all Georgetown.
Yeah, because I made them go really far away from my apartment. It's close to going to the grocery store, to my friends, to really good bars, and really good vintage shopping. I decided a long time ago that my security deposit was with God. I have washed my hands of it. I do not think about it. That said, I do want to be respectful that I don't own this place.
You got an concrete impact drill at one point to drill holes in their wall. How respectful is that, Imani?
So respectful. I got my security deposit back plus interest.
Okay. Impact drill.
It impacted my experience in living there. So for all of my bigger DIYs, I did get permission to do all of these things. When you walk into my apartment, it's kind of a tight space. To add a little bit of fun, I painted the black Dalmatian spots. On one side, there is the IKEA stall cabinet that houses all of my daily things that I need. On the left side is a closet that I use as a space to hold all of my DIY supplies.
Do you want to tell the people why they didn't film inside the closet, Imani?
That closet was a mess. Like,
As you step deeper into the apartment, I have my big old comfy couch that I love.
This is a lie. This is
what lie?
everything about this version of your apartment is a lie.
What do you mean?
It was never this clean. It was never this organized. Fresh flowers, a damn lie. Plants that are alive.
Still have one of those plants. You're right. My apartment is typically not
It's just lies.
super clean. But that's not my fault. And I did hire a cleaning service to come before this, and she did a very good job. Oh my gosh, wait, we didn't do the most important part about having a YouTube channel.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
There's a coffee table that I got off of Facebook Marketplace, and then a rug that I found on eBay.
eBay is the best place to find vintage rugs.
On top of the couch are 2 large-scale art pieces that I made. This was one of the first DIYs that I ever did. Under my TV, there's a French provincial dresser. Even
I picked that up at Miss Pixie's in DC.
though it doesn't really match with anything else in the apartment, it really gives that eclectic feel that I love. Because I live in a studio apartment, my bed and my living room are all in the same area, but the bed
Underneath the bed, all IKEA shoe boxes. Love them. Great tip if you got bed space.
Also a door, an air conditioning unit.
Yes.
A blow dryer, a couple of lamps.
Yep.
Did you put your sink under there as well?
No, they removed the sink.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I think my favorite part about this entire apartment was the floors.
The parquets were nice.
But they weren't good floors. They were really just kind of falling apart. Like they were splitting in all these different places.
They glazed the hell out of them, though.
Lacquered down. Shone bright like a diamond. And I loved the color.
is sort of tucked into one corner. The bed is from IKEA. It's the Gajora bed. One side is
Please, my pronunciation of IKEA. Go ahead.
No. You said IKEA perfectly. Giora bed perfectly.
I hate you.
a very high rail, which provides a barrier between the entryway, living room, and the bedroom. It also doubles as a drying rack for a lot of the laundry. I decked out my dining room with a Scalamandra peel and stick wallpaper. It's the sort of zebra pattern that was made popular by Wes Anderson. It's really important to me to have sentimental pieces in my apartment. So in the
Do you want to tell the story of how that piece got down there?
This the time you kidnapped me and made me drive all the way to Delaware?
This china cabinet used to belong to my great aunt, and then my grandma inherited it, and then it's been in my mom's house for like years since I was a kid. My mom was like, I don't want this, you can have it. And I was like, okay, cool. I didn't trust anyone to go and get it.
Absolute lies.
It's not a lie.
You were too cheap to pay for someone to actually bring it down.
I bought you gas.
Barely.
When we got there to go pick it up, my mom had some stuff that needed to go to Goodwill. You just take a look at this strong, strapping, fine young gentleman. You be in the gym, look at this body.
The way they are willing to use exploitation of impressionable young men.
Impressionable?
Impressionable.
After we moved all of the stuff that my mom wanted to Goodwill.
After you exploited me.
Sure. After I exploited him for his labor. No, because we stopped at Royal Farms and I got you some chicken too.
Took me to a gas station to feed me.
You stopped trashing gas station food. Wawa, top tier. Royal Farms, top tier. We finally got the china cabinet back to DC, and it was a lot. I did put you through a lot to get it here, but this piece is really special to me. It's been in my family for decades.
dining room, I have my grandmother's china cabinet that I inherited about a year ago. But on the other side is my grandfather's cane. I had it custom framed. On one side I have my grandma, and on the other side I have my grandpa. They're just in that space with me.
Custom framing is incredibly expensive, but Michael's, which is where I got that piece framed, they have a sale every year, which I think is like 70% off custom framing.
Like the hutch, did your grandfather belong to your great aunt before he belonged to your grandma?
No, this ain't no Mary Cosby.
I'm just saying.
If you pass through the built-in bookcases, you'll enter the galley kitchen. I was obsessed with the idea of having a pink kitchen, so I went with Monticello Rose by Benjamin Moore and then added contact paper to the countertops and backsplash so that I could have that marble look. The wall above the stove used to be blank. It was completely open, but I went to Home Depot and I had these shelves cut down to house all of my cups and plates. When I moved in, my kitchen had these...
Shout out to the severe lack of food in my cabinets.
Mm-hmm.
Is that cream of mushroom? Why did I buy that?
Because you don't know how to cook. Or you didn't. You're getting better.
You think?
I've eaten some of your recent creations, and they were good. Definitely edible. Some of the stuff you made back in those days, that was not edible.
That's true.
Remember the chicken you tried to make that was both burnt and raw at the same time? You've become a much better cook.
Thank you.
Nickel pulls, and they didn't really fit my taste, so I had them switched out for these antique bronze pulls. This was a super quick and easy way to make the space more of my own. I have a separate hallway where my main closet and bathroom are. To make the closet more interesting, I did add a really fun patterned wallpaper. It's open to everyone, so it needs to have a little bit of something going on.
Tell us more about Audio Studio.
It's Otto.
Tell us more about Otto Studio.
Is a woman-owned peel and stick wallpaper brand in Canada. Reached out to me and they were like, hey, do you want to work on something together? But first we want you to try out the papers and see how you like them. I loved them. Adhesive is strong but not too strong. They're water resistant, non-toxic. One of the best wallpaper I've ever used, and the patterns that they have are incredible.
My bathroom was sort of one of those standard 1940s style bathrooms, and that's just not really my style, so I used another Scalamandra print, and then on the bottom half I installed this pasted beadboard wallpaper.
To this day, I really hate that you got rid of that mirror in front of the medicine cabinet. It bothers me so fucking much.
I know. I make my account so much so that men don't follow me. And when I put that up, it was like I'm a contractor, I'm a man, I've been having a penis for 40 years and I know about construction and you're gonna lose your deposit because you ruined that tile. Again, I got my deposit back 100% with interest.
And painted it this dark brown color. I personally think that small space living is perfect for a single person. It's large enough for me to host my friends and my family and have a dog, but it's not so big that it's like overwhelming to furnish or clean or live in. The reality is that 300 square feet is never going to feel like 900 square feet, so you might as well focus on making your apartment feel special and beautiful. Something that you want to do in your apartment that is a little bit more than painting or putting up picture frames, you definitely want to just reach out to your landlord, offer to do the work, offer to maybe pay for it yourself. I really don't know that many landlords that would deny a good tenant the opportunity to stay in an apartment longer by making it a space that they love.
I get a lot of questions about how I was able to convince my landlord to let me make these changes in my apartment.
How do you do it?
I created this thing called the landlord email template.
Where can they find it?
It's on my website, imaniathome.com. The template is almost exactly what I wrote out to the person who owned this building. And I just said, I'm Imani, I've lived here for this long. This is some things that I want to do in the apartment. Here are examples of other units that are close to this area that have something similar. How do you feel about this? Sometimes they're not going to approve everything that you want to do, but he approved most things that I wanted to do.
What was something that wasn't approved?
They wouldn't let me get a cast iron sink.
Because the cast iron sink was how many hundreds of pounds?
That's none of y'all business.
So what's the craziest thing that you were like, I cannot believe they let me do this?
The fact that they offered to do some of the work for me was the craziest thing. Because I offered to hire a plumber and they were like, nah, it's okay. We have like a full maintenance team. They'll just come over and do it for you.
Pretty wild.
Yeah. But what do you think is the craziest thing I did in there?
The black walls because landlords hate things that can't be covered in one coat of primer. And if I were your landlord, you would have been evicted.
Well, you can't evict a bad bitch. My landlord did inspections every 6 months.
Insane!
So they would come in and see the stuff. Inspection was normally done by like the maintenance guys and like they don't care about anything. But this was like the building director lady. So she wanted to see it. She was like, no, we love it. We love the way it looks. The building that I was in was a part of a huge complex that was rent controlled. So people were living there for like 20 years.
I see.
It was an incredible honor to be featured on Never Too Small. I don't have a background in interior design. Because I don't have that background, I can kind of feel like my opinions or my thoughts about decor aren't as valid as other people's. Seeing what I had built and then stacking it up against other people's spaces who had been featured on Never Too Small before and after me, I was like, oh, I'm in the room with the heavy hitters.
Very impressive.
Oh,
and they
proud of
reached
that.
out to you.
They wanted me. I want you. That's what Prince said. I can't sing, so. I hope this new apartment that I'm in is small enough to be on Never Too Small.
It's not.
It's not.
You're gonna have to find a different channel to feature you.
Architectural Digest should hire us to do like a show on their YouTube channel.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll be so freaking cute. We're like Chip and Joanna Gaines, but blacker, gayer, and cooler.
Oh my god. They have nothing on us.
They ain't got nothing on us. So this has been another foray into my brain of decor, design, and small space living. I am Imani at home.
And I'm Derel.
Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel.
Pleasure.
If you guys would like to see more of Derel back on the channel, drop all the hearts, your phone numbers.
Not
and-
their phone number.
What?
Imani, I don't need you to find me a boyfriend. I'm good.
He said, I'm looking for the hoes.
I am.
Like, follow, subscribe. Bye, homies.